I was reading the school yearbook and came across the rifle team page. I didn't even know we had a rifle team. And I showed it to my dad, and he was like, dude, you'd be great at that. You should try that. And I did, and shot a few shots, fell in love with it, and gave it a try.
As you were getting into this, as you started picking up this sport a lot more, what do you feel like was the biggest key to getting some instant success for you personally?
I'm sorry, would you repeat that question?
Sure. Just how were you able to become so talented at your craft at in a relatively quick time?
Well, relatively quick. I don't know if that's the word for it, but just a lot of repetition. Not just going out there and just shooting shots, but actually working towards improving your form, your position, thinking about each shot. Like, I shot a little better when I moved my foot this way, or if I raised my elbow a little bit like this. And I mean, I guess after a while, you just got a little bit better.
When you look at this Carroll rifle team, of course, a lot of success this past season, sweeping all three disciplines at that most recent state championship. When you look back on this team, just what stands out to you the most about just the level of talent that these guys have on this year's group?
Well, it's a very talented group. Very privileged to have been able to be on a team like that. They all work hard, and then they all are dedicated to their craft. And I think that's the winning recipe that we had.
Absolutely. When you look back at that state meets, what stood out to you? Just how were you guys able to just dominate all three categories like Diane mentioned?
Lots of practice. I mean, we usually practice between 5 and really the more dedicated people 10 hours a week. Coming in after school and just laying out shot after shot, reloading, shooting again. That's why we perform well. It's not a sport that just comes naturally. It's a sport that everyone can play. It's a sport that everyone can do great at, but it's a sport that requires a lot of work to do. Well, you can't really take too much personal pride. I do take some pride in it, but it's a team effort, and we all worked hard. We all did our best, and it just worked out. So glad it worked out the way it did.